So I'm Brayden. I'm the Senior Business Development Manager for Southpole Digital Climate Solutions, and we are focusing a lot into a climate solutions provider, and part of the solution is looking into digital solutions like climate software to engage with partners like the travel space to allow consumers and travelers to understand their carbon emissions, at the same time to be able to take climate action through our emission reduction projects. So Asia is a focus market for us this year is because we've seen that there's a rise in awareness on sustainable consumption, and in a recent survey we have seen that 60% of Asian consumers are willing to invest time and money to support companies that care about the climate and are already factoring this topic into their purchasing decisions. Consumers in Asia are also willing to pay more to achieve sustainable products, as well as offsetting the emissions of these purchases. And we recognize that with the rise of e-commerce in Asia, there's a huge opportunity for companies to engage consumers on the topic of climate action with Southpole's digital climate solutions. In the next 3 to 5 years, we are seeing that more and more APEC organizations are disclosing their emissions, setting science-based targets and committing to decarbonization roadmaps. From a corporate perspective, emission reduction will be a top priority for companies to decarbonize, and also it will be a great opportunity for climate software to then help to engage and create opportunities for this e-commerce industry to offer consumers with the similar opportunities to offset their carbon emissions as well. We see that the most pressing issue facing the travel industry today is that with the reopening of international borders and resumption of air travel, there will be an increase in emissions that needs to be mitigated through various emission reduction technologies available. So in order for the travel industry to reach net zero by 2050, it requires a global concerted effort from governments, organizations and consumers to mitigate this risk and work together as a team to create a sustainable planet for the future. So Southpole is a global climate solutions provider that develops and implements comprehensive emission reduction projects and strategies that turn climate action into long-term opportunities for companies, governments and organizations around the world. We help by working with corporations in their climate journey to understand their footprint, set science-based targets and roadmaps, financing with climate projects and communicating this journey to their stakeholders. From a digital perspective, we also develop our own climate software solutions to work with partners, for example, in this case, the travel industry, to provide insights into carbon footprint and allowing them to take climate action with our own developed emission reduction projects. Okay, many of our clients in APEC have started to develop their climate strategies, helping to set emission reduction targets, and already have also looked into decarbonization through reduction as well as financing climate action. In addition, many of the corporate clients are also looking for innovative solutions to engage and educate their corporate customers or clients on the topic of sustainability and help to accelerate their climate journey from ambition to action. With all the science-based evidence of increasing effects of climate change, leading to extreme weather patterns have already impacted many countries globally. The climate crisis is in fact the biggest challenge to humanity in the 21st century and requires a global concerted effort from governments, companies and consumers to work together in order to help to mitigate climate risks and create a more sustainable planet for future generations. In fact, in a recent report by IPCC, it quotes that the world is set to reach the 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels within the next 2 decades, and only the most drastic cuts in carbon emissions will help to avoid environmental disaster. So what this means is, while this highlights the urgency for climate action now, it also presents a huge opportunity for organizations and governments to embrace this with climate leadership and help to chart business growth on a more sustainable path for future generations. We are already seeing that there are more and more consumers, especially the new generation, are increasingly concerned about their impact on the environment with their consumption habits. For example, based on a recent consumer study, 60% of consumers are willing to change their shopping habit to reduce environmental impact, and also would pay a premium for brands that are considered environmentally responsible. It is also safe to say that these consumers are expecting their employers to be environmentally responsible as well. All in all, we are seeing that millennials are likely to commit to an employer who continues to demonstrate this commitment with actual climate action.